Welcome to Drishti IAS. Today, let me tell you a story from 19th century. A brilliant young man from Calcutta, he wants to make a difference in the society. He was brilliant, he was admitted, he was inspiring, but the problem was, we were under the British rule at that point of time. And to get into a position where you can make a difference, or to get into a position of administration, you have to clear an exam. And at that point of time, it was nearly impossible for an Indian person to clear that difficult exam. But that did not stop him, but ultimately he actually cleared that exam in 1863 and he has got the position he wanted. And this is not just a story, it is a fact. And name of the person was Satyendranath Tagore and the name of the exam was Imperial Civil Services Examination. Now the thing is, why we are talking about it, why it is relevant today. So today also there is similar exam which is been conducted by UPSC, which opens door for the government services for you. So people like you and me who are wondering about making a difference, this is the opportunity which is given by UPSC to you. If you are aspiring for UPSC examination or getting to be an IAS, IFS or IPS, so this is your chance. UPSC has come up with their recruitment notification today. And in this video, we will be talking about the notification, the recruitment vacancies, we will be talking about the process of the application, we will see what are the eligibilities, etc., etc. Along with that, in the end of the video, we have an exciting news for you, or you can say a gift from Drishti IAS side. So let's start with the discussion. My name is Lalit Soni and you are watching Drishti IAS. Herein, as I told you that there is this notification which has been made public by UPSC today, that is related to UPSC Civil Services Examination 2025. Every year this examination is being conducted by UPSC and during the time of January, February they will be coming up with a notification, and then there will be this process of an exam which is as long as of nearly 1 year that starts with this notification. So now we will be talking about it. Herein, name of the examination is Civil Services Preliminary Examination 2025. Date of the notification, that is 22nd of January 2025. Date of the commencement of the examination as per the you can say tentative calendar, it was 25th of May 2025, and now in this notification it was made clear that date will be 25th of May in 2025. This will be a one-day examination. We will be talking about the scheme of the examination in the further slides. Okay, and last date for applying here is 11th of February 2025, 6 p.m. in the evening. So these are some of the information which has been given in the front, and now we will be discussing in detail the notification overall. We will be seeing that what is the process, how many vacancies are there. We will be seeing that what is the eligibility, what are the age requirements, all these things we will be discussing today. Now herein there are total vacancies, that is 979. These vacancies are for general as well as for the reserved categories. Okay, so here you can see in this particular slide that there are total approximately 979 vacancies. This can be plus minus something can be done, that is the prerogative of UPSC itself. Okay, so that is there. 38 vacancies are reserved for the persons with benchmark disability category. 12 vacancies are there for the candidate of blindness and low vision. 7 vacancies are there for deaf and hard of hearing. 10 vacancies are for the locomotive disabilities, including the cerebral palsy, leprosy, etc., etc. And then there are 9 vacancies for the multiple disabilities, which are ranging from among the categories which are given from clause A to clause C. Now other than that, in these particular vacancies there will be reservation for your other backward classes, scheduled class, scheduled tribe and EWS, person with benchmark disabilities. Okay, so these are the categories which will be having some kind of reservation benefits, or you can say the affirmative action which is offered by the government as per the rules. Now ultimately what I am telling you is that there are total 979 vacancies this time which are available for you to apply for. Now moving further, what are the posts, what are the services which has been offered over here? So that is Indian Administrative Services, commonly known as IAS. Then coming to the next one, Indian Foreign Services, that is your IFS. Then we have Indian Police Service, that is IPS. these are, you can say, these are basically your, when we are talking about the Indian Administrative Service and the Police Service, these are all India services. We have Indian Forest Service as well, okay. So that is there in the all India service, but when we are talking about the foreign service, that is not an all India service, but this is a central service, okay. Other than that, there will be various group A and group B services which are included in these posts. There are various vacancies which are available, okay. As per your inclination, you can apply for. Now let's move further, and here you will be seeing the eligibility conditions. Now when we talk about eligibility, how you will be eligible to even sit in the examination. When we are talking about the eligibility, these are the factors which UPSC will be seeing that you fulfill or not, okay. Herein there are 2-3 factors. One is your education qualification, second will be your nationality, and then there will be an age limit, okay. So here we will be starting with the nationality, and then we will be moving to the other factors as well. Nationality: for the Indian Administrative Service, Indian Foreign Service and the Indian Police Services, you need to be a citizen of India. Now this is imperative condition which is there for these 3 services, okay. For other services there are some exemptions which are there, but for these 3 services, that is your IAS, IFS and IPS, you need to be a citizen of India. After that, you will be seeing for other services, there are citizens of India who can apply, or if you are a subject of Nepal, you can apply. If you are a subject of Bhutan, then also you can apply. If you are a Tibetan refugee, you have entered India before 1st January 1962, then also you can apply. And if you are a person of Indian origin who has migrated from various parts over here, that is Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, East African countries of Kenya, Uganda, United Republic of Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zaire, Ethiopia and Vietnam. If you are coming from these you can say countries and you have migrated to India and you have this intention to settle in India, so you can apply for this examination. But there is one catch which is there. If you are from the B to E categories, when we are talking about the subject of Nepal, Bhutan, Tibetan refugee or person of Indian origin from these countries, in that case you need to get a certificate of eligibility from the government of India, then only you will be eligible, okay. So I hope that is clear. That is the, you can say, eligibility requirement which are there with respect to the nationality. Now we are talking about the next one, that is your age limit. Now there are various criteria which has been given for the age limit. Herein you can see that for the general there is an age limit. After that, for the you can say scheduled tribe, scheduled caste, for your OBCs there is an age limit. Person with disability, we have age limits. So all these age limits are there, okay. We will be talking about them one by one. When we are talking about the ex-servicemen, etc., so there are different provisions which are there. If you are belonging to this particular category, you should be very cautious about it. Now let's talk about some of the general age limits which are prescribed over here. If you are a candidate from the general, then you can say that you must have attained an age of 21 years and you must be less than the age of 32 years on the date, that is 1st August 2025, okay. So basically what they are trying to say is that you should not be born earlier than 2nd of August 1993 and not later than the 1st August 2004. So this is the age criteria. Simple words, you can say that you can apply if you are of 21 years age and less than 32 years of the age, okay, and on this particular date, okay. So this is the criteria over here. Now talking about the upper limit relaxations, there are some of the relaxations which has been given to the different categories. Here you can say for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, there is a relaxation of maximum 5 years which has been given. When we are talking about the other backward classes, relaxation of 3 years has been given. When we talk about the defense services personnel and the disabled, which has been basically under the operation, if they have become disabled, at that point of time you will be getting 3 years of relaxation, okay. Other than that, if we are talking about the persons with the benchmark disabilities, okay, in that case you will be getting a relaxation of 10 years. These are some of the categories which has been given over here, so go through that carefully. Now these are the age limits which are there. In general, I would say when we are talking about general, 21 to 32 years. And relaxation, if we talk about for SC and ST, there will be a relaxation of 5 years. For OBCs, there will be a relaxation of 3 years. And for person with benchmark disabilities, there will be a relaxation of 10 years. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now coming to the next part, that is basically your minimum educational criteria. Okay, so herein it is simple that you should hold a graduate degree from a recognized university. Okay, so you must have done your bachelor's or if you are appearing for the examination, in that case also you can apply, but at the point of you can say verification of the document, you have to present the document with respect to your results as well. Okay, so simply speaking, if you have completed your graduation, you can apply for it. If you are appearing for the examination or you are in the final year, then also you can apply, but at the time of the verification you have to put forward your results. Okay, so that is there. Now moving further, eligibility for the availing reservation, if we talk about. So when we talk about the government rules and regulations, so there are some of the rules and regulations which are there. Herein we will be talking about OBC candidates specifically, because there are various times you will be seeing that there are this doubts with respect to the OBC certificate related things. So at the time of document verification, you need to put forward the last 3 years of the OBC certificates. Okay, so herein you will be seeing that if we are talking about the CSE 2025, you have to put forward a OBC certificate of non-creamy layer for the financial year 2021-22, 22-23 and 23-24, and the recent one should be issued after 1st of April 2024, that means the new financial year, and before the notification, or you can say 11th February 2025, before the end of the last date. Okay, so that is the criteria when we are talking about the OBC related certificates over here. Okay, now coming to the next part over here, number of attempts. Now you know that in general there are 6 attempts which are there. Okay, now there are some of the relaxations which has been given. Okay, for OBCs there are extra 3 attempts which has been given, so total 9 attempts will be there. For SC and ST candidates there are unlimited attempts, provided you are having the age factor in limit. Okay, so that is there. And for the people who are from the benchmark disability, in that case also you can say this parameter will be there. For OBC there will be 9 attempts, and when we are talking about the SC STs there will be unlimited attempts. Okay, so again for the general you are saying that there are 6 attempts, for OBC there will be 9 attempts, and for the SC and ST communities there are unlimited attempts, provided the age factor is relevant. Okay, now let's move further to the next part over here. Now the center allocation. Now if we are talking about the center allocation, at the time of the prelims there are various centers which are available, and when we are talking about the availability of the centers, so first come first serve basis you will be getting the center. So if you want a specific center, hurry up, you can fill up the form as soon as possible so that you can get your desired center. Okay, so that is there. Now there are some of the centers, a list of the center which has been given over here. This is the list of the center. There are nearly 80 centers which are there, which are for your prelims. Okay, the list has been given over here: Agartala, Agra, Ahmedabad, as well as Azmar. So you don't have to go for I will not be reading all these things. You just as per your convenience you can go and check whether your city or the area nearby is there in this particular list or not. Okay, accordingly you can fill your centers. Again, first come first serve basis they will be allotting you the centers. So that is why it is imperative, if you want a particular center, you fill up the form very fast. Okay, and UPSC has the right to change the center and all, that is reserved with the UPSC. Now coming to the next part over here, centers for the mains examination. Now for the prelims there are various centers which are there throughout India, but for the mains there are these centers. There are 24 centers which has been listed over here: Ahmedabad as well, Bangalore, Bhopal, Chandigarh. The prominent cities of India, they are there in this particular list. So for the mains there are 24 cities which has been mentioned over here. Okay, now this is about the center etc. We have seen how many you can say posts etc. are there, how many vacancies are there. Now the question is, how can you apply for it? Simple, you can directly visit the website over here, and then there will be an examination center, and then there you can go for the apply online. Okay, so here a candidate is required to apply online by using the website that is given over here, and it is essential for the applicant to register himself or herself at the one-time registration, that is OTR. What is OTR? So UPSC has, in the recent years they have come up with the OTR registration, that is for the one-time registration. This will be the once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime you will be registering over here, and then you have to, then you don't have to worry about this. If you want to make the change or something, so there is one chance they will give you to make the change. There is a process we will be discussing that as well. Now OTR is compulsory. For filling up the form, first you have to go for the one-time registration, and then you can go for the filling of the form. So if you are a new candidate, you have to go for the OTR first. If you are an old candidate which has already gone for the OTR, who has already done the OTR formalities, you can directly go and fill the form. It will take lesser time, because when we are talking about the OTR, what is the thing is that the data will be fetched from the OTR, and there will be very simple process which is there for the application of the form. So first you have to go for the OTR one time registration, and then you will be going for the application which is of the concerned examination which is there. Okay, so that is there. Now coming to the modification part, if you want to make any kind of modification in the OTR, okay, so that only will be available only once in a lifetime. So make sure that when you are filling the OTR related formalities, you make sure that everything is perfect. Okay, double check everything. Okay, so that is there. Any change in his or her OTR profile, it shall be allowed only once in the lifetime after the registration at OTR platform. Okay, and when you can be doing that, you have done the OTR, let's say during the time of you can say UPSC application, the last date is 11th of Feb. Okay, so you have filled the form of or the OTR on 11th of Feb. So in the next 7 days, okay, before basically your 18th of Feb, you can go and make the changes. Okay, the day you have filled the form, okay, after that there will be a 7 days window that will be there. So again you can read over here, the change in the OTR profile data shall be available till expiry of the 7 days from the next day after the closure of the application. Okay, so basically 11th of Feb is the closing of the applications. From that there will be a window of 7 days which will be there. Now this is the change which is there in the OTR profile. If you want to make a change in the registration of the UPSC examination or the application of the UPSC examination, in that case also there will be a window from 12th of February to 18th of February. In this particular time you can make the change in the application for UPSC. So I'll tell you one thing, there are two steps. Step 1 is to go for the OTR registration, one time registration. Once you are done with that, you will be going for the step 2, that is basically your UPSC application registration. Okay, in this step what they will do is they will be fetching the data from the OTR. Now if you want to change over here, so after 11th till next 7 days you will be making a change over here as well. And when we are talking about the UPSC application related change, let's say the optional related change, or if there is a mistake which we have you have done for the center, etc., in that case you can actually do it from the 12th of February to 18th of February. Dates are coinciding, but when we are talking about the simple OTR registration, in that case also you will be having the 7 days timeline over here. Okay, now let's move further and let's see the fees. Herein for all the candidates you have to pay 100 rupees only, okay, except for the female candidates, SC/ST candidates, person with the benchmark disability candidates. Okay, so these are exempted from the fees, otherwise you will be having a 100 rupees fee which will be there. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now we will be moving further with the next part over here, that is the plan of the examination. What is the scheme of the examination? Now as I told you, this is a year-long process. Okay, with the notification. Now let's see, notification has came in January, and then there will be a prelims which will be there in May. After that there will be your mains examination, that will be somewhere around October. Okay, after that we will be having the interviews. Okay, after that there will be results. So by the time result will come, that will be somewhere around April. Okay, after that you will be joining the, you can say, training, that will be somewhere around in June or July or August. Okay, so now you will be seeing that is 1.5 years of the process which is there. This exam itself is a long journey. Okay, so that is there. Now let's see what is the scheme of the examination. Herein you know that exam will be conducted in various phases. One is your preliminary phase. Hold on a second, I guess there is some technical error. Anyways, so exam will be there in 2 phases. Okay, one will be your preliminary phase, second will be your mains examination. Okay, in the prelims you will be having 2 papers, GS1 and then the general studies, and second one is called as general studies paper 2, that is generally you call this as CSET. Okay, so there will be one, that is your GS, and then second will be your CSET. Okay, one day 2 papers of 2 hours each of them will be having 200 marks. Okay, so that will be the scheme. Then coming to the mains will be there in 2 phases again, that will be the written exam, and then there will be a personality test, or you call it as interview. Okay, so in the written exam there are various papers which will be there. There will be a paper of essay, there will be 4 GS papers, after that optional papers, language paper, etc., that will be there. Okay, so that is the scheme of the examination. Herein you can see civil services examination will consist of 2 successive states. Okay, civil services preliminary examination and the main examination. When we are talking about the mains, there will be written part and the interview as well. Now when we are talking about the prelims, that will be an objective type paper. As I told you, there will be 100 questions and it will be of 200 marks each. Okay, now let's see. When we talk about the prelims, okay, so here are some of the facts which is important for you. The exam shall comprise of 2 compulsory papers of 200 marks each. Okay, so one is your GS, second is your CSAT in the normal common language. Okay, both question paper will be of the objective type, which we have already seen, and each will be of 2 hours duration. Okay, so that will be there. 100 questions will be there. 100 questions. In the CSAT there will be 80 questions. This will be of 200 marks. This will be of 200 marks. CSAT is a qualifying in nature. You have to, pass the examination with 33% of the marks. That is compulsory. Okay, if you fail in this, you will be considered fail in that as well. You have to attempt both the papers, otherwise you will be disqualified. So that is the scheme of the examination of the prelims. Okay, now let's see what is basically the syllabus of the prelims. So mostly when we are talking about the prelims, most of the subjects are covered over here, but there are, specifically speaking, there are some 7 heads which are given over here, which you can see: current events of the national and the international importance. Herein you will be seeing that everything which has happened in the last 1 or 1.5 or 2 years, that will be covered over here. Then coming to the next one, history of India, Indian national movement. Herein they are talking about the history of India, ancient, medieval, modern. Then coming to the next one, that is your Indian national movements, when we are talking about the freedom struggle, etc. So that will be considered over here. Then we have Indian and the world geography. Now these key terms are very important: Indian and the world geography. Other than that, here some of the words which has been given: physical, social, economic, geography of India and the world. So basically there are 3 kind of geography they are talking about: physical geography, social geography and the economic geography. What is the physical geography? The features, lands, continents, rivers, water, when we are talking about the hills, etc., etc. Then coming to the social one is talking about the social inequalities, poverty, etc. These are part of your, you can say, social geography. After that, economic geography. Herein you will be talking about the population, demography, etc. All these things are part of your economic and the social geography. Okay, coming to the next section, that is your polity and the governance. Herein constitution, political systems, panchayati raj, public policy and right related issues. Okay, right related issues, that means that fundamental rights or other legal rights which are there. And other than that, they have talked about the constitution. Constitution itself is a vast document. Okay, so there is a lot you have to cover over here. Then coming to the political systems through which India is governed. Okay, so that is there. Then panchayati raj, this is the third tier government in India. Public policy and right related issues. Coming to the next one, economic and the social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, social sectors, initiatives, etc., etc. So in the economy, mostly their focus is around the sustainable development, poverty related topics, inclusion. In that inclusion, they will be considering everything. When we are talking about the digital inclusion, financial inclusion, all these things will be considered over here. Then next is your demographics. Herein they will be talking about the census, all the related data that will be important over here, be it of literacy, be it of mortalities, all these things will be covered over here. Then social sector initiative, all the government schemes, all the initiatives that has been taken by the society or otherwise, these initiatives will be there. Okay, so that is part of your economy syllabus. Then comes the next one, that is general issues on the environment, ecology, biodiversity, climate change, that do not require subject specialization. Now what is important over here is that they are saying that you have to have an awareness of the general issues of the environment, ecology and the biodiversity and the climate change. So basically you need to have a general awareness. You don't have to be expert on these topics, but again, if there is a terminology which you should know, okay, if there is a basic which is given in the NCERT sector that you should know, that much is expected from you in the examination. Now if there is something which is there in the current affairs, that you should know. All these things are important for you. And the last but not the least, that is your general science. Okay, herein you will be having the sciences related to physics, chemistry, math, nanotechnology, space, biotechnology, all these things are covered over here. So basically if you go through these 7 heads, you will be realizing that everything under the sun has been covered over here, but your core portion will be this. Your core will be this. These keywords are important for you. Okay, so this is the preliminary examination, the syllabus. Herein 200 marks will be the paper of the it will be a paper of 200 marks for 2 hours. Okay, coming to the next part, that is basically paper 2, that you generally call it as CSAT. Herein you will be asked English, that is in the comprehension part. Then coming to the next one, that is interpersonal skills, including the communication skills. After that, logical reasoning and the analytical ability, decision making and the problem solving, general mental abilities, etc., which will be there. Basic numeracy, if we are talking about the algebra, etc., numbers, okay, all these things will be covered over here. So basically these are some of the important factors which you should remember while you are preparing for the CSET examination. It is seen in the last few years is that the CSET is the deciding paper. Okay, most of the people who are scoring very well in the GS paper, but they are not able to clear the CSET. Okay, they are not having a strategy to clear the CSET examination. So you have to be very careful when you are preparing for the CSET. You have to go through all these kind of things. You have to make sure that what UPSC is thinking while making this paper. And if you are not very clear with that, you are not very comfortable with that, we are here to help you with that. Okay, so that is there. Anyways, basic numeracy if you are talking about, so they are talking about the numbers, their relations, order of the magnitude, etc. Class 10th level mathematics you should know. Data interpretation will be there, charts, graphs, tables, data sufficiency, etc. That is also from the class 10th level. So basically what they are saying is that anything which is there in the maths under class 10th, that should be there. Anything with respect to the logical reasoning, that should be there. Okay, then comprehension, that will be checking your English, and then you will be having these interpersonal skills, including the communication skills, etc. So that is basically your part of your CSET paper. Okay, now let's move further and see the next part, that is basically your mains examination. Now when we are talking about the mains examination, so as I told you, this is a long journey. Herein there are various papers will be there. There are total 7 paper will be there. Okay, these are the paper, and there will be 2 other paper that will be their qualifying nature. Okay, so total you will be seeing that there are total 9 paper you will be writing when you are giving the written mains examination. Okay, so let's see one by one. Herein you will be seeing that the first paper is one of the Indian language to be selected by the candidate from the languages included in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Now there are total 22 languages which are there in the 8th schedule, out of which you can choose one language, and you will be giving this paper of language in that particular language. Okay, it is a 300 marks paper, and there are qualifying marks that you have to you can say gather 25% in this particular examination. Okay, then comes paper B. This is a paper of your English language. Okay, here also this is a 300 marks paper, and you have to score 25% of that. Okay, I hope that is clear as well. Now moving further, that is your paper to be counted for the merit. Now for these 2 papers they will not be counting the marks. Okay, in the final list, when we are talking about final merit, they will not be considering the marks of these 2 papers. These are qualifying in nature. You qualified it and forget about it. Okay, then coming to the next one, that there are different other papers which are there. There are 7 papers which will be considered for the merit. First paper is your essay. Okay, essay paper will be there. These 7 paper, each of them will be of your 250 marks. Total 1750 marks, 1750 marks will be there of these, you can say, 7 papers. Now you have to score well in all of these papers. Okay, here first paper will be of essay. There will be 2 parts, part 1, part B, and each of them will be carrying 4 essays. You have to select one from part 1, one from part 2, and you have to write 1000 words essay each. Okay, in, you can say, given time. Then moving further, second will be your GS General Studies paper 1. In this, the subject like Indian heritage, culture, history, geography, geography of the world, and the society. These are basically you can say the paper 1's syllabus: Indian heritage and culture, history, geography of the world, and the society. Okay, so that you have to cover in the GS paper 1. This will be of 250 marks. Then coming to the next one, that is GS paper 2, that will be of the polity and governance. Here you will be seeing that there will be governance, constitution, polity, social justice, international relation, that will be amounting to 250 marks. Coming to the next one, GS paper 3, that will be having technology, economics, economical development, biodiversity, environment, society, disaster management, etc. That will be there in the paper 4, that is of 250 marks. And after that there will be a paper, sorry, this will be under paper 3, and then you will be having a paper 4, that is of ethics. Okay, so here you will be seeing that ethics, integrity, and aptitude, this paper will also be there. Now again, when we are talking about the papers like essay and ethics, these are also scoring papers. If you score well in these papers, you will be having a good rank. Okay, now coming to the next one here, that is your optional paper, which will be there, optional paper 1 and optional paper 2. Okay, so that is paper 1 optional, and then there will be paper 2. This will be of 250 marks each. Okay, so So overall you will be having 1750 marks which will be there. When we are talking about the optional, you have to make sure that you choose the perfect optional. For that we are having videos which are there on our, you can say, YouTube channel. You can watch that. Otherwise also you have to see that where you are having your interest, what is the expertise you are having, on the basis of which you can opt for your optional. Now optional is also a deciding factor, because for optional you will be having 500 marks total. Okay, 250 marks, 2 papers, you are having 500 marks. That is a huge scope. Okay, so that is about your written mains examination, and after that you will be having an interview or the personality test, which will be of 275 marks. Okay, that is the important aspect which has been covered over here. Herein they will be looking for the important traits, whether you have these traits to become a civil servant or not. All these things will be covered over here. Now here you can see that the grand total, that is 1750 plus 275 marks to total, there will be 2025 marks, out of which you will be having a merit. Okay, nearly you will be saying that, or seeing that nearly if you are getting somewhere around 45% of the marks, you are through the examination. Okay, so that is the nature of the examination, that is the scheme of the examination. All the things you should need to know about the examination we have covered over here. Okay, now moving further here, interview and the personality test, as I told you, that will be there of 275 marks. Okay, in this particular test what they will be looking for is that how is your attitude. Okay, how well you are having this communication skills. Okay, what kind of the knowledge, test of the knowledge has been already done, that is the written test over here. Now herein they will be talking about your traits, they will be talking in terms of your personality. Okay, so that will be there. The candidate will be interviewed by a board who will have before them a record of the candidate's career, on the basis of which board will decide the marks. There will be a board of 5 members which will be there, and these members are very experienced members. You will be seeing that if there are 5 members, each of them will be having a experience of nearly 40 to 50 years. So you can see that there is a board which is having an experience of nearly 250 years in front of you, and that is examining you. Okay, so you cannot fake over here. So this is the test of personality which is there, which is amounting to 275 marks over here. Okay, so overall we have seen that 2025 are the marks on which you will be judged. Okay, now moving further to the next part, as I told you in the start of our session that we are having a specific discount for you or a specific gift for you. Herein all the online courses, pen drive courses and the test series which will be available to you from basically you can say that at 40% less price. Okay, so on the occasion of Republic Day, Drishti IAS has bought you a 40% off special discount that will be available from 24th of January to 26th of January. Okay, so basically again I am telling you, all online pen drive courses and test series will be available at, you can say, 40% less price. Okay, after that there will be DLPs and books which are available at 25% less price. If you need any kind of details, you can call on this number, that is 87501, or you can download the Drishti Learning app to avail these offers. There is a link which is given in the description. You can click on the link and get the discount as well. So you can go and get yourself enrolled over here. Other than that, where you can enroll, how can we help you in the examination process? So where we are having various online courses wherein you can go through this. Here we are having a IAS Prelims General Studies plus CSET course which is available on Drishti Learning app. You can go for it. So here you will be having a live online format via Drishti Learning app. There, the course size is basically 150 plus classes. Duration is 8 months with the unlimited view time, and if you see, this will be a course validity for 2 years. Okay, other than that we are having the NCERT course as well. When we are talking about the UPSC preparation, you know that NCERTs are the foundation, you cannot skip them at any cost. So basically herein you can go for the NCERT course as well, and here also similar features are available for the NCERT course. Okay, so you cannot not miss that as well. Now coming to the next one, that is your IAS Foundation batch. If you are thinking about starting the preparation now, in that case also we are having IAS Foundation course for the general studies. Okay, that will be beginning from the 28th of January. It will be in the live mode and English medium over here. Admissions are open. Again, here you can see daily live classes will be there on the Drishti Learning app at a different time which is given over here, and this time will be of 2.5 hours durations, and mode of the learning here will be live online classes will be live streamed from Karol Bagh Center. Team of the best teachers is available, which is under the guidance of our Dr. 𝐕𝐾𝐲 sir. Okay, and then course size if you are talking about, so there will be 400 plus classes and 1000 plus hours of videos which will be there, and coverage will be there, extensive coverage of the syllabus will be there, and the course validity is 3 years. Okay, and a facility to watch each class any number of times. So if you have missed a class, you can watch it again. If you want to revise, you can watch it again. So ultimately we are saying that unlimited time of watch time which is there on the Drishti Learning app. So this is about the IAS Foundation course. Now if you are targeting for the 2025 examination and you are searching for the test series for the practice, because practice will give you the confidence. Confidence is the key in the prelims examination. So ultimately we are having a test series. For more details you can call on this number, that is 87501 87501. Again 87501 87501. Okay, so this is the number on which you can call and get the details about the test series. Test series admissions are going on. You can join your own batch over here. Okay, so with that I'll be taking your leave. If you have any doubts, you can see over here. Okay, fine. So with that we'll be taking your leave now. Stay tuned with us for more details with respect to the UPSC examination. Other than that also you can watch the current affairs videos which are available over here, and obviously we'll be making sure that we make your journey easy for the UPSC examination. So have a nice day. Thank you and all the best.